Hey everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel where I show you guys how to get that high-end look on a budget. And in today's video, I'm going to show you all of the fun items that I bought to decorate my house for Christmas. So I'm still doing a full-on Christmas decorate with me, but I kind of figured this would be a fun way to introduce some of the things that I bought early on so you guys can get your hands on them before they all go out of stock. Everything will be linked below. If you guys are new here and you are unfamiliar with my hauls, I show you the item, how much it was, where I got it, and then how I style it in my home. So you guys can kind of get some ideas and get a feel for how I design with these certain items. So most of these are really budget friendly, very affordable, and still emit that very cozy, elegant, high-end designer look that I know we are all looking for this holiday season. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so this first item might be my favorite out of everything, and I know I'm probably gonna say that like 3 more times before this video is over. And I will just say, warning, it's the one item that's not super duper budget friendly. It's still not crazy, but anyways, it's this gorgeous, rustic, primitive looking pine tree. Actually, I think it's a cypress tree if we want to get technical, but I love how realistic it looks. I love that it looks like you just went in your backyard and you chopped it down. It's very understated. The whole theme of my Christmas decor this year is just going to be very simple, very casual, very organic, very natural, very realistic looking trees, and I loved this one. I love that it kind of looks like the Charlie Brown tree. I don't know, I just think it has so much character, and it's not like anything you normally see in a tree this size. Where I think I'm going to use this is in my kitchen just to kind of spruce it up. Get it? Nah, this is a cypress, not a spruce. Sorry, that was a bad one, I had to. But yeah, I think that this is a perfect size for the kitchen island. It's that really simple, rustic look, so, you know, I won't need much else. It will kind of speak for itself, and I think that this would be beautiful just with the burlap sack, but I will say my number one go-to hack for things like this, instead of paying a lot of money for an expensive planter, I always just get a kitchen crock. So they're like 10 bucks at Home Goods. They have some really cute ones, and you can always find some real unique, kind of aged looking ones that I feel like look pretty expensive, and they're usually $10 or under. So I'm just gonna pop this in one of the crocks that I have, and I think it's just gonna make a really pretty statement in my kitchen, just kind of bringing the outdoors inside with this really natural, realistic looking tree. And I love that it has that primitive, rustic look with, you know, the tiny little branches and being kind of sparse. I just love that and think it's so charming. Okay, so next I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite wreaths. So it's this gorgeous pine and berry wreath, and it has these bells on it. It was only $35. It's a rather large wreath. I hope that the bells aren't making too much noise. I might put this down in a second just because I feel like it's going to be really loud. But $35 for a wreath that comes with this rustic bell detail is really great. Rustic bells are super duper trendy this season. They're really great for that understated, minimal look that I feel like so many of us are going for this season. And this is great because it comes with that already. You don't have to buy them separately, because by themselves they can actually be really expensive. And these aren't your typical shape, so they're very unique, which I really like. It's definitely a designer looking piece in my opinion, and I'm gonna put this down now because it's kind of hard to keep the bells. So what I'm personally gonna use the wreath for is hanging it right over our dining table. I feel like this is really gonna create a focal point and set the mood. This year I'm really into adding just very simple touches that make a big statement, and you don't need a lot layered in with it. So I think that this is a piece that does that. It's very simple. It can totally dress up a whole entire room if this is all you have for that room. And yeah, I really love it, especially for the price. Okay, so next we have another Target item. I feel like we have a lot of Target items because they win at budget holiday decor in my opinion, but it is this gorgeous set of holiday berry stems. I only got 2 because they were out at the store, that was it. So I think they were out of stock online. I don't know, they might be restocked by now, but they were $5.99 each, and I really love the berry detail. I think that these look super realistic. They're very full, so 2 should be okay for a vase depending on your vase size. These could go so many different places: on a nightstand, on a desk, on a kitchen island, on a console table, just anywhere you really want to dress up and bring that kind of holiday greenery in. I'm personally gonna put this in my foyer area. Surprise, I'm putting them in another kitchen crock. You know, you can't beat crocks. They're like 10 bucks, and they are really beautiful vases. So I have a really pretty ceramic one in our entryway that I have on a little vintage stool, and I'm just gonna pop these in here, and I love that they're gonna kind of spread that holiday look throughout my entryway without having to do too much else. So Yeah, really like these guys. Okay, so next, I don't have this item right here with me to show you because it's too big. It is actually our Christmas tree, and I just wanted to tell you guys about it because I was so obsessed with it when I saw it, and then I saw it in my space, and for the price, you honestly can't beat it in my opinion. So it is this 7.5-foot birchwood fir artificial tree, pre-lit. I think that it is so beautiful. It looks really realistic for what I was going for, and the price point is really great. It was $150. So I personally am going to raise it a little bit by putting it in one of my vintage baskets. So I redid this basket on a recent thrift flip video, and I think it looks really pretty in there. It honestly, in my opinion, looks like something you'd get from Ballard Designs or Pottery Barn, and it's from Walmart. It's currently available right now online. We will see. I know it has been coming in and out of stock, so hopefully by the time I get this up, everything's not sold out. But yeah, I really, really love it. This is definitely a tree that we will use throughout the years to come. Okay, so I know I already mentioned that holiday bells are super trendy this year, but I will say you can totally use these year round. And I do think that even though they are trendy, they are still a very overall classic look. So they should really stand the test of time if you invest in some for decor. So I'm gonna show these, but they are very loud. So I might just show them and then insert footage because I can't have them ringing the whole time I'm talking. So hold on. These are them, so you get a lovely preview of their sound they make. Actually, if I hold them still, I feel like they're okay. But these are actually from a designer website called Amber Interiors, and I will say they were relatively affordable from being from a designer website. I believe the small was $25 and the large or medium size, which I got, was $35. And the really cool thing about them that I like is that these are actually upcycled handmade Indian cowbells, which I think is really cool. It's very unique. It's not your typical, you know, plastic decor. It's just one of those pieces that definitely makes a statement and kind of makes your room feel very authentic, very lived in, and very designer. I'm gonna put these down again because I feel like they're kind of ringing weirdly, but these could go on one side of a mantle, which I probably will be doing in my full-on Christmas decorate with me. I think that they would look really pretty hung off a mantle just for some added visual interest. Very simple, like along with a garland, you wouldn't need much else other than your stockings. I think that would be a really beautiful finishing touch. You could also hang this off of a blanket ladder if you had one of those, just to kind of switch up materials, add a bit of rustic charm in there along with your newer blankets. It's kind of fun to mix the new and the old, so I think it would be a really pretty way to do that. Also, I know it kind of seems a lot to invest in these just for a couple of months, but honestly, if you wanted to use them year round, I think they would be really beautiful wind chimes. So you could totally hang them out on your porch and use them year round, and then when it's Christmas time, bring them back inside and use them as decor. And I bet they would really age even more beautifully if you left them outside. Just saying. Okay, so next I really like to dress up my fireplace for the seasons down by kind of like the base of the fireplace and just put a couple of really simple minimalistic items there that really set the mood. And I found this thing at HomeGoods and I almost didn't buy it, but I couldn't pass it up. It's this really pretty kind of rustic looking sled type decoration, and I love how it's actually made from real logs. I feel like it totally fits in with that bringing the outdoors in kind of vibe. And you know, I loved the stain of it, how is that weathered gray type look, which I really am drawn to. It was $29.99, so it was 30 bucks for this little thing, which I don't know. I thought it was worth it just because it was one of those pieces that I'll definitely incorporate into my decor over and over, and it'll look so pretty. It just popped right next to my fireplace. Really give it that rustic, casual, simple, natural, down-to-earth look that I'm going for this season. And yeah, I figured it was worth the 30 bucks. I don't know. What do you guys think? Worth it or not? Let me know in the comments. I honestly tried to find similar ones of these online and I was not very successful, so that's kind of why I figured I would just go for it because it was a more unique piece and one of those like found items. So, okay, so next we have this really pretty stocking hanger. This is from the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia line, their new holiday decor line this year, and I love these. Now, I had a really hard time deciding between these or the ones from Threshold. They're really beautiful. I think they're a little bit prettier in my personal opinion. I love the wood and kind of the gold look of them, but I liked that these were a thinner profile so I could hang my stockings closer together. They didn't have to be so spaced out. and they're pretty heavy. They're a very slim profile. I got these honestly because I didn't want them to be seen. I wanted them to kind of hide under my garland, and I think that they're gonna be a really nice addition to, you know, my little mantelscape. These were $11.99, which I know is a little bit pricey, but I thought that the top was really cool. It's kind of like an antiqued sort of effect, which I really love. I think that they're really pretty. They're very functional for what I was looking for personally, so yeah. All right, and to go on those stocking hangers, I found this really pretty chunky knit stocking. This is from the Hearth and Hand with Magnolia collection, the new one from this year. This was only $15. I honestly saw a picture of it online and I kind of figured, you know, it can't be that great a quality. And then my mother-in-law ordered one and I saw it at her house and I was like, dang, that's actually really thick, chunky, and looks to be really good quality. So this to me is a great alternative to those Crate and Barrel ones. Those have been iconic for years with that big chunky knit on them. They're really beautiful, but they are $40 each. They are just out of my budget for this year. So I figured these were a nice alternative. And what my kind of plan is to mix different chunky knit stockings. So I want to keep them all kind of in the neutral zone. I want them to be kind of a mix of creams, of ivories, of whites. And so it just looks like it's found vintage mismatched stockings, but still kind of has an overall same vibe and look and texture. So I also found this one at HomeGoods to kind of go with it. And as you guys can see, they're very similar, but it just provides a little bit of visual interest, kind of switching up the tone and the yarn and the exact knit and stitch. So yeah, this guy was $15 as well at HomeGoods, and they have a lot of stockings right now. If you are looking for stockings, I would definitely head out there right now. Target is really great as well. I will say, I don't know for sure, but I feel like in a couple weeks they will kind of be picked over. That is kind of what happened to me with the fall decor. I bought really early and then, you know, people went looking for the things that I had been recommending and they were all gone. So I found this one at HomeGoods. I've seen several very similar ones there. I love just combining that really pretty chunky knit look. So that is kind of my plan for this year. I love how these two look together, and I'm kind of still searching for my collection for number 3, but so far this is what I have, and I really love the look of both of these. All right, so surprise, we got more Target items. I really love this mini tree. I actually bought 2 of them. I bought this one and then I bought this one. The tinier one was only $5 and then the other one was 10 bucks. So I thought that this was perfect for maybe popping on my countertop, just to kind of add that Christmassy vibe throughout my kitchen without, you know, going overboard. I also thought that these would look really pretty maybe stacked on a console table or on a dresser. If you have shelves, these would be really pretty, especially the small one. You could just put it right on a stack of books or something, maybe in a bathroom, 2 of them with a candle right in front. Super duper cheap for both of them, only $15. I feel like, you know, wherever you put these, they really kind of emit that cozy Christmas vibe, and I love that they are in these gorgeous modern pots. So they're very on trend. I love the like cement look. I love how it kind of looks aged with, you know, the fading there. I think that that is so beautiful, and for the price, you really cannot beat these. The stems look very realistic and full in my opinion for something this price. So definitely a great little piece if you just want to dress up a countertop or a bathroom, or, you know, some shelves that you have in your space. Okay, so next I found these really pretty white ornaments. Look how beautiful these are. I just think that they have such a pretty detail. They look very timeless. I love how the little top seems to kind of be like an antique sort of effect on there. And if I do not use these to put on my tree, which I'm not sure if I will or not, I think they'd look really pretty just put in some garland. Or my number one idea for them is to use them as bowl filler. So these guys were $2 each, which isn't too bad. They are glass, but I will say we've already dropped them a couple times and they've been totally fine. They don't feel like glass. They feel very thick and durable, so that's a plus. So I was thinking that they might be good just for bowl filler to kind of avoid them falling off the tree or, you know, whatever. You could also mix them in with maybe some pine cones just to kind of, you know, dress up a spot on a console table or a kitchen island or a dresser or something like that. So I thought these were really pretty for the price. I totally bought every single one at Walmart. I think I bought like maybe 8 or 9 of them. It kind of has that Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn, Ballard Designs type look to it. You gotta love when you find designer looking pieces at Walmart, you know? Okay, so I don't think it's a true holiday season unless you add it to your cozy throw collection. I don't know, there's just something about buying a new cozy throw that makes you feel like you're ready for the holidays. So I found this really pretty chunky knit cable knit throw by Threshold. This guy was only $25 and I love the texture that it adds. So when I look for throws, I typically look for something made of really organic materials, especially for the summer, very cottony, very linen-y, that kind of vibe. But for the winter, I love to add texture with the cable knit look. So this is super duper soft, really cozy, and I thought this would look really pretty just thrown on the couch. I love the color of it. They did have it in a more white color as well, but I kind of loved like the taupey off-white color that this one came in. I personally will be putting this on my blanket ladder just because our blanket ladder is kind of a focal point of our little reading nook. So I think that this will add just a really nice kind of cozy texture that I'm looking for in there. All right, so next I always switch out my dish soap and my cleaning solution for the holiday season. I just think it really adds to the atmosphere when you have products that smell like the season. So I got this Snowdrop scent, Mrs. Meyer's. This is the surface cleaner, and then I also got the dish soap. I also have already put the hand soap in our soap dispenser. It smells so delicious. This is honestly my favorite winter scent that they came out with. There's also a pine one. And I don't know, I had higher hopes for it and it didn't smell like I thought it would. They have a lot of them at Target if you guys wanna go test out the scents. They also have a mum one, which is like more florally, but this, I don't honestly know how to describe it. I don't know how you would describe a snowdrop scent, but definitely has some kind of wintry undertones and it's just a fun way to kind of switch up cleaning for the seasons. Okay, and this last item is really great for the price, especially if you are having people over for your house a lot or you like to host. It is this gorgeous Happy Holidays doormat. And I love this. It was only $13, you guys. And this is a really great size. I love the simplicity of it. And it just kind of adds that holiday cheer every time you walk into your home, you know, happy holidays. Like, yeah. All right, everyone, so that really wraps up this video. I hope that you enjoyed kind of seeing some plans that I have for the holidays, kind of a little sneak peek of some holiday decorating, and maybe you just got your wheels turning as to what some things you might want to do in your holiday decor this season. Definitely let me know in the comments if you're planning to do anything super interesting, or if you're just going to keep it nice and minimal, or what those plans are, you know? I like to hear from you guys. It's fun. So definitely let me know in the comments, and thank you guys again so much for your support. I love you all, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!